We started Saturday night's main event with a banger of a match, folks. And to be honest with you, each match just did not disappoint. It was great. Obviously, the very first match, we did have the teaming of Seth Rollins, Bron Breakker taking on Sami Zayn and CM Punk. Now, this tag match was awesome. We had so much going on as well, and for the first few minutes, Breakker and Rollins did control the match, which we kind of knew was going to happen. They kept Sami isolated away from tagging in Punk, but when Sami got the Punk, holy hell, it seemed like the roof of the stadium was going to blow off. That's how loud it was. Punk started controlling the match then, but then he went for the GTS, but Rollins was able to give him a counter. Paul Heyman was just as vocal on the outside of the ring as the action inside was going nuclear. We did have some awesome spots with, to be honest with you, too many to actually name. But for me, one of my favourites is when Punk delivered a bulldog on Seth Rollins and he gave a flying clothesline to Bron Breakker at the same time. We also had Sami Zayn doing a springboard moonsault to the outside on Bron Breakker. Like I said, there was a lot going on in this match, but it was just so damn good. And what a match to open up Saturday Night Main Event with as well. We knew though that Punk and Sami wasn't going to get the win unless, something happened with the gods. But obviously we actually did have someone intervene. When Sami was about to get the win, Paul Heyman grabbed him from under the ropes, obviously, so Sami and the ref turned their attention to Paul Heyman, and that's when we had the return of Big Bad Bronson Reed. Yes, Reed is now the third man with Bron Breakker and Seth Rollins. This guy is he's just a beast, isn't he? We haven't seen him since Survivor Series when he broke his ankle or he broke his foot. But with this though, seeing him now as a third man, they got the win as Bronson took out Sami with a spear for the 1-2-3. But with that, Reed got into the ring. Seth Rollins gave him a hug. Bronson then realised what was going on. Punk came on in. It looked like he was trying to bite the ankle of Paul Heyman, but Seth and Bron Breakker grabbed him, pinned him to the ground, while Bronson Reed went up top and splashed him. Went on top and splashed him. Great opening match of Saturday Night Main Event, and let's see if the night can get any better. Our second match was the extremely entertaining Chelsea Green taking on US champion Selena Vega for the belt. Now, this match was so fun to watch, and to be honest with you, it was sad that it didn't go on for longer than what it did. It was sad to see. I would love to see these two have a bit of an extended match, go in 15, maybe 20 minutes at a major PLE, because these two deserve it. The match they put on at Saturday Night Main Event was just another banger. Sadly though, like I said, it did finish a little early, but Chelsea Green may have broken her nose. I say maybe, and it's gone really dark in here. I say maybe mostly because when Selena hit the 619, for some unknown reason, it just kind of went off the deep end and you could see it hit Chelsea right in the face. Blood was gushing out of her nose, and so they kind of wrapped it up a little bit earlier than I think they were meant to. But Selena Vega, she actually hit Code Red off the turnbuckle onto Chelsea Green and got the win. Got the 1-2-3, and she is now 5-0 against Chelsea Green. Our third match was R-Truth taking on his childhood hero John Cena. Sadly, this match went on for under 5 minutes, and I wish it went on longer because I did not want this match to end either. It was so entertaining. As you can see in the image below, R-Truth, this match was just making R-Truth shine, and that's exactly what happened. As you can see, he's wearing his own version of the Cena Nation t-shirt, and he's doing the signs, he's got the hats, he's got the last time is now and everything else, little towel. And with this, when he came through the Titantron and the music hit, because he was using John Cena's music, the camera cut to John Cena, but it was like a split second. It had to cut away because Cena almost burst out laughing. That's how good this was, and you could see Cena was having so much fun with it. Truth got in the ring, and that was literally it. Cena did his 5 moves of doom, hit the FU, not the AA, it's called the FU, it will always be called the FU. But with this, R-Truth kicked out, which got a lot of people's hopes up, mine included. But then we had probably the best part of the entire show. R-Truth hit the 5 moves of doom on John Cena. It was absolutely incredible, and the crowd were just so into it and so behind Truth. That's why Truth deserves a lot more screen time over the majority of people. Him and Chelsea Green, if they ever get together, you're looking at the best comedy act ever in wrestling. But with this, so obviously Cena went to hit him with the belt, and R-Truth was just looking at him. You know, he's like, no, almost like, come on, what are you doing? And Cena, he did stop. He gave the belt to the ref, and R-Truth was like, yes, we got him. But then what happened? Cena low-blowed R-Truth, hit the FU, and got the win. And with this, I am absolutely loving the crowd reactions to John Cena. Obviously, we still got the, let's go Cena, Cena sucks. We also got, you can't wrestle, yes you can. There's so many things going on. And to be honest with you, deep down inside, John Cena is probably like a little kid going, this is awesome. But that's what we had, guys. R-Truth lost, and I'm really upset about that. The next match on the card, folks, was the one I have been looking forward to for the last couple of days. The steel cage match between Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest. Well, from the get-go, this match was just brutal and incredible. Before the door even shut, McIntyre went out and he actually grabbed a couple of steel chairs and threw them inside. And then these two, they just went to town, beating the living hell out of each other, and it was awesome. We had superplexes off the cage, with finishers were being thrown around like it was going out of style. We saw Priest swinging a chair like it was a baseball bat, and we also then had McIntyre using the South of Heaven on Damian Priest. Like I said, it was just an all-out brawl. It went on for 11 minutes, which, again, it's not a PLE, it's just a Saturday Night Main Event special. If this was on a PLE, we were looking at least 20, maybe 25-minute cage match. That's what these guys would have put on, just because everything that happened in this match, it was condensed into such a small package. It was just absolutely amazing. The match lived up to the hype and more. For me, this was match of the show and also match of the week, taking over from my one from yesterday from SmackDown, and this one, it was just incredible to see. Damian Priest did get the win after hitting the concerto on Drew McIntyre, and he just walked casually out of the door and he got the win. Now this for McIntyre is going to be the last time we see him for a considerable amount of time. He's actually got time off and he's actually really injured, same as Priest, so we may see these two a bit like this now in the next couple of months, where they may pop up here, pop up there, but they are going to take time off so they can heal their injuries. Now the main event, folks. Logan Paul taking on main event Jey Uso for the World Heavyweight Championship. Uso came to the crowd as usual, and the crowd was deafening, even more than Punk, even more so than R-Truth hitting the 5 moves of doom. This was possibly the loudest of the night so far. The match did have some great back and forth between the two, and actually had some great high spots. They were hitting them on each other, on the outside, on the inside, high, low. It was going all over the place. There were a number of close calls between both of these, and I have to give credit to Logan Paul, even though I don't like the man personally and everything else. In the ring, the guy's got a gift, the guy's great. Then it happened. So before what we're going to talk about, earlier in the night, Jey Uso was walking backstage and he saw John Cena. And he went to Cena, he was like, oh, John Cena, last time I saw you, I threw you out of the Rumble. And Cena, as he's been saying, I'm going to ruin wrestling and everything else, he came out with, next time I see you, wouldn't it be funny if that championship was round the waist of a YouTuber? That was actually, I was like, oh, here we go, he's going to get involved. Which is exactly what he did. As Uso was getting the pin, Cena ran down, dragged the ref out, got inside the ring, and started beating the living hell out of Jey Uso. Logan Paul was just next to the ring and he was like, what the hell is going on? But then the crowd went even more deafening. And that's because this guy came back. Cody Rhodes is here, folks. And he sprinted down to the ring and he beat the living hell out of John Cena. Obviously, Logan Paul tried coming in, trying with the brass knucks, trying to get him. But Cody Rhodes got him. Uso put him down and went for the splash and got the win. The 1, 2, 3. The crowd was absolutely deafening at this point, and you couldn't really hear a lot of the commentary either, which was absolutely insane, especially with how loud the commentary team normally are, because obviously when you pipe it through the studio system and it goes to the speakers, you can normally change the volume for the commentary. It was hard to hear what they were saying when Cody Rhodes was out. But with this though, great ending, and this is how you do a ending to a network show, you know. Say like it's not a PLE, which again, this was a great ending to a PLE as well. But with this though, Rhodes grabbed the mic, looked at Cena, looked at Paul, and said, "It looks like you got a partner. I got a partner in my brother here. What do you say?" No, he didn't say what do you say. So he goes, "Me and Uso against you and Logan Paul, Money in the Bank." And that was it. That was the end. The match was set, and now we have Logan Paul and Cena taking on Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso at Money in the Bank in the tag match. This is going to be awesome, and it's just nuts of how much now is built up, and there's just so much momentum behind Cody Rhodes getting the belt back, which at the very end of the year, more than likely Rhodes will become the champion again. But we're having so much fun with John Cena being this monster heel. But I did see a theory the other day as well, where someone was talking about, what if this John Cena is the one who's actually from the Firefly Funhouse, from the WrestleMania match he had with Bray Wyatt? And I was like, ooh, that's interesting. Because obviously I went through and Bray Wyatt was like, I know who you are, you're a bad guy like everyone else. And if that comes true, that is some ingenious thinking, and it also puts a great spot on the mind and how people can remember Bray Wyatt. Overall though, for me, Saturday night main event was a 9.5 out of 10. I love this show and I cannot wait to see Monday Night Raw tomorrow just to see what happens there. So guys, like and subscribe, let us know down below what you thought of this, and I'll see you soon.